Off early. G'day guys, and welcome to a stream where I'm going to try and build a cargo ship for a mod that I want to make. Basically, I've been wanting to make an Assertive Cargo Ships mod. I know I've also already got the Assertive Air Traffic mod, but it's so badly broken with the whole I have to spawn off the antenna that already exists on everyone else's designs, and some of those designs work in both space and in atmosphere, so you get atmospheric drones spawning in space, which is just bad. So I want to get a big collection of cargo ships in order to be able to have ones that are in space, ones that are in Atmo, and having them spawn Atmo drones in Atmo and space drones in space. So this is going to be a very chill stream. I'm not going to be probably doing all that much, but I'd like to try and design a cargo ship with the intent of it being relatively small, but also looking the part and being a bit interesting. So I think pretty much everyone who's going to be here at the moment will have been from the Discord anyway and knows what I'm doing. But if you've got your own designs, you can post them over in the Discord for me to have a look at. There's a new chat channel for it. So I think we'll go Atmo for the first one. Beacon, that. We're going to need control seat, remote control, gyro. And then we'll see what decorations we decide. Oh, and I will obviously need to have armor blocks, which I probably should have put in the first two slots, because that will drive me insane. Alright. Do my usual thing and start with white. Hello, chat. So it would appear that this is working, I hope. It's been so long since I streamed on Twitch. How are we going to start this? I think I might begin with a couple of cargo containers and make this first one really look like a bit of a cargo hauler. Let's get a conveyor tube between two cargo containers. So if I start with that as my basic design, and what I'd normally be leaning towards is saying this is the front back. But yeah, something like an industrial hauler horizon. That's kind of what I was thinking. But instead of doing the obvious here, maybe what I'll do is I'll put a control setup. Maybe low and at the front, or maybe just immediately at the front. So if I just map it out roughly with big cubes. And I'm going to need glass, aren't I? Much glass. Oh, not those ones. I don't like those ones. It's always hard to come up with a million different designs for things. This is why I wanted to get you guys involved in the design process, so that I wasn't having to try and come up with a whole bunch of different ones and going, I don't like this one. I don't like this one. I want to change it up. I do have a rough idea in my head of what I want to make for this first one, and it is something that's fairly industrial, probably pretty small. Maybe if I do this differently. Instead of trying to map out the interior first, maybe I'll start with the thrusters. So if we've got this as a sort of a deployable cargo module, maybe? Yeah, the glass is a battle. It's always a big, big battle. Here we go. This will give me a better idea of what I'm doing. Make this look like kind of clamps. always change that up later, but that'll give... So that's kind of clamped on there, and then the rest of the ship is going to be in front. So we need to have a... Let's put you in there. Then we'll go out this way a bit and pop a couple of lifting thrusters, maybe 3 down each side. I'm going to try and work within the PCU limit I set to everyone else. Yeah. Exactly, Templar. It's not necessary that what I'm building is difficult to attack, nor is it necessary that it's particularly robust. Probably want these in another row. Because I kind of like that a lot of the vanilla drones are pretty weak and are pretty useless, because it means that you get a bit of a better chance to actually fight them properly. You don't always have to use the same tactics, but there are tactics that you know will work. And it's good to have some easy drones and easy targets out there. Because if we always have... I should really be building in. Oops. I should really be building in symmetry, but I kind of want to go with some asymmetry on this thing. What was I saying? It's kind of nice to have some targets that aren't impregnable. Like, yeah, it's nice to have some difficult ones as well, but if everything falls into that difficult category, I find it gets a bit tiresome. And I think, in terms of big, honking, challenging, or even just big, honking cargo ships, we've already got quite a few mods that do that. So that's why I thought it'd be nice to have something that doesn't go the giant approach, that goes something on the smaller side to give us a bit more variety in what we're going up against. Plus, if we build small, we should be able to get more of a more variety more quickly, because a build like this doesn't take that long. And hey, Xbar, going pretty well. I just decided to randomly start a stream on Twitch because I wanted to build something and I figured it might be good to get some input as I go along. I think this will work for some rough thrusters design though. And yeah, I remember that, Hades. I know that now, Hades, and I will remember it. Yeah, and exactly that, Eisen. It's very much about not wanting to bog down servers with big, like the pauses that you have whenever you load in a grid, and that stuff gets a bit frustrating. And so I prefer to have a bunch of different things that can spawn, and maybe instead of having one giant ship that passes overhead like the Oban Tide, you can have 4 of these for the same cost in terms of processing time, which would be really nice. All right, that's thruster. Probably not Hades, but I'm not planning on loading them up. You're very welcome. I am always glad to hear that my tutorials are useful. Let's get rid of that. Now, where do I want the entry to be? Because that's going to dictate how I design the interior. The obvious place for an entry would be around this side, wouldn't it? Maybe I go an entry down the bottom here between these thrusters. So if we grab a door, if I have, say, like a set of stairs here, and it could land flat on its bottom on the ground. So if we do that, just so I can pop it in there and then we can adjust the stuff later. I have a set of stairs there and it sits nice and neatly on the ground on those thrusters, maybe? Or maybe I'll put some skids and we can drop the stairs down another layer. Nothing is Capac proof, especially now that I've realised he's Cat from Red Dwarf. Nothing is safe. If I put a door in right there, it's gonna be too close to all this. Yeah. Problem. Maybe go like this. Can be a bit of an interesting shape at the front. Yeah, I could just jam a cockpit in there and then don't really need anything else, but I would like to have this have a bit more of a, I guess, a bit of a story to it, even if it's tiny, because that's like, if you think about all of the exploration kind of content that the what am I thinking? The vanilla content that was added in the survival update. All of those things, there's a little bit of a story, like the ghost ship or the half shot up ship or the mining ship with the guys playing chess. There's always something you can kind of discover or read into about what's there. And I really like that. Yeah, Pav, you may want to go get food. So Pav and I today have been working on a big update to the Assertive Installations mod. He worked on a whole bunch of extra drones for it, and we finally got around to integrating them into the mod. So next time you use it, you're going to come up against some quite cool little drones that he's put together, which I am very pleased about, because it's something I've been wanting to add into it for quite a long time. You're right, Eisen. You are right. I've never done a build stream like this. Could get interesting. Wonder if I'll be as bad as I fear. Yeah, I'm going to move those stairs out one block. They're too far in. Actually, maybe we'll just do a ramp. Then I can keep that there. Can I actually walk down that? Oh, yeah. And then we can pop a door in there. And that way, I've got space. Yay. Does that also mean we get longer series videos from you and Capac? No. No, it doesn't. The length of the survival unlikely and escape unlikely is really more down to how much time I have to edit it and get all the music lined up to it and everything like that. The mod that I was just talking about that Pav and I worked on upgrading today, I do like the stairs better, it's basically a mod that adds with, let me figure out how to say this properly. If you use the Modular Encounters Spawner mod and my mod, you will get bases spawning on your planet that will send drones in to attack you. Those drones can be terrible. Like, they can be incredibly destructive. If you are not prepared to have drones constantly attack you, don't add the mod until you are, because it can get very nasty very quickly. And a lot of people, I think, have probably underestimated just how difficult the game can be once you add in a few even fairly basic drones. I should really copy paste before I delete stuff, but I think I'm safe. Vox, some of them are much nastier than the cat's paw. But as Pav says, the majority of the nastiest ones only come from the big boss base, which was, again, mostly Pav's work. There's also an underground base that I've added to the mod, which is hopefully a bit of fun for you guys and something you should probably not mine to get towards because it has protection against that. All right, if I'm going to do stairs there, I can do a sliding door there. And then what I really could do, I guess, be pop some stairs on this side as well. Though not there, because that won't... Oh, could I keep that airtight? No. Be better off putting them there. I love the shocks of people seeing me doing a Twitch stream. Yep, it's totally random, and it's probably going to be a mess, but should be right. Should be fun. Who knows what this is going to end up being?
Critical.
Yeah, no more mining for Capac. It's too boring for us to constantly use that method, so I wanted to stop him in every way I could. Might do a single window in the middle here. Then get some catwalk. Because I always like the idea of my builds being airtight, even if there's no practical reason for it. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be on here too long. I'd be estimating I'm going to be keeping this around 2 hours-ish, not any longer than that, because I need to sleep for tomorrow, because I'm going to be trying to get to space, Mars, something with Wasted over on YouTube on his channel, and we try and do the Kerbal Space Engineering thing. Now, I think if I maybe get rid of that and we start putting some functional blocks in to fill in the space. I wonder if batteries are airtight. I really need to get around to testing that stuff. If you go 2 batteries there, then when you walk in, you can either go over here and I might put a little bit of maybe a storage block above or something, and I can put some deco blocks in here. Then we can walk up here and we'll have our cockpit. Ooh. How am I going to cheat that? I want to put glass here. Okay, I want to put glass there. What could I do to cheekily get an attachment point for that? Oh, sweet. Thanks, Hades. Yeah, I could, but then it wouldn't neatly line up with those ones. I guess... Let's see what this looks like if I do it. Don't really like that. But I really want to have it on this lower set. Maybe that works. Actually, yeah. Yeah. I know what now. If I do that, this. Let's get rid of those and put the other blocks I need. Light armor and light armor. Like that. Yeah, as in there's always one block we want that we don't have. Could stick... No, I think it's better having that transition. Yeah. See-through floor. Cool. This is starting to take some shape. Considering I didn't really have a plan for shape, I just had a plan for what I wanted this to be able to do. I'm kind of happy so far. Alright, if we go with... Why don't I sort out the armor on the side here? So if I'm going to do more armoring, let's turn on some... There we go. Get some symmetry going. Save me having to do it all twice. There's a block on this side that is not on the other side.
Critical.
I am a person who likes building asymmetrically. Just from an aesthetic point of view, if you can get an asymmetrical ship looking good, it looks so much better than a symmetrical one, because there's just that element of visual balance and interest that comes from it being asymmetrical that you just can't achieve with symmetry. I am going to add more thrusters here though. And I'm only going to have one set of stairs here, so it will be asymmetrical from that point of view. Oh, that's right, I had a beacon on here. I can pop a beacon in here. There or there? There. I'm reasonably happy with this so far. I'm going to need to get some defenses on it, but I may just put... Yep, I won't forget the remote block. Maybe I'll pop it in down the edge here. Right there. Oh, something I did almost forget though. I need thrusters pointing that direction. I'm building this for a cargo ship mod. So I want to make a new mod for the modular encounter spawner that'll have cargo ships and a huge variety of small cargo ships. Oh, I do have two remotes on. Thank you. I want to get a huge collection of them. So over on the Discord server, I've started a channel there so that people can submit their own designs that I can try and include in the mod pack, so that we can have a whole selection of different things to use and play against. I find that with the air traffic mod, I'm constantly seeing the same drones over and over, and I'd like to see some more variety. So I figure, why not be the one to make some more variety and get you guys to help out with it too? Because then we can all have a bit of ownership over it. I'll eventually turn that around the right way. That's never ideal, Templar. I've been there, though. Been there. Done that. More times than I can count. If I do that... and then have... maybe a cargo container there. Actually, no, better idea than that. Let's have a... yeah, let's have a toilet in there. Ooh, even better, even better. I can put a door on the toilet. Yeah. So now there's a downstairs toilet with a door. Door with windows, though. Not sure I'm okay with that. Oh, but I need to. Because I need the... I think I'll need this roof block. Yeah. Good thought. Armory between it. There. Why is the armory separate from the rest of it? That's just weird. Yeah, you can suit up, and then you can walk out. Cool. Pretty much. Pretty much. I do enjoy being able to play small pranks on Capac. I will admit this. Let's get a timer block or two in here. No, there are no hinges in Space Engineers. Rotors you can use to effectively create hinges, but nothing that's a single hinge. There is a mod that's got a conveyor hinge, which a lot of people like to use, but not in vanilla. I think I've got more space on board this ship than I was anticipating. Now, what's my PCU so far? 732. Sweet. I think I'm going to be safe on that count. N17. Ah, yes. I do have a tutorial on that. I'm so tempted to do something even weirder with this design, but I could make a second version of this. I'm just thinking, if I make this version with the cockpit facing forward, and then I make a second version where instead of the cockpit forward, we expand this part out a bit further and then have the cockpit over here. So the whole thing's really asymmetrical because the cockpit's way off on one side. I'm so tempted. So very tempted. Yeah, Heisen. I don't really have much use for half slabs in this build so far. Though I suppose I could do something like put them across here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. Okay, Vox, thank you. So the cockpit would be here facing this way because we drive from the right, if you recall. Because I love it when Wasted's around because he totally agrees with me being English. Now... Yeah, I suppose I could. If I can come up with a few different variants of each design, it'll probably add to the number of things we can have in the mod anyway. Do you know what? Okay, something I did think about doing way ages ago was doing a series of tutorials on how to achieve certain kind of overall shapes in Space Engineers. So things like how do you get how to make circles in various ways, how to do all that sort of stuff. And I couldn't bring myself to actually release it or make those videos properly because it just seemed so, I don't know, just never felt right that I should have a whole tutorial just on that subject. Now, how awful does that look? Very is the answer. Don't mind the rest of this, but I think we need...
Fuel critical.
Maybe... make a video format like Pimp My Ship. That's another one I've thought about. The bit that makes me uncomfortable about that is... One, I'm not sure I'm like a great builder. I kind of feel like I'm a decent builder, but not an awesome one. And I'm not sure that I'm necessarily the best person to do that for people. I don't know. I'd have to feel really confident that I was making an improvement to their design if I was going to do that. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. This should look a lot more interesting once it's painted as well. Yeah, that's where it gets awkward, is when you're having to ask people what they think about it, and it all just gets quite complicated in the end, unfortunately. While it would probably be fun for some parts, it would also get very difficult. And I wouldn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Yeah. Nope, left and right are down the bottom. Oh, where's my PCO at? Info. Whoa! Sub 1K. Woo! Yeah, maybe, Eisen. What I might do, actually, what I might do is if I get the inspiration to do another Twitch stream like this, once we've got a few submissions for this mod from other people, is I'll go through the process that I'll do in getting their ships ready for being in the mod. So all of the different little things, and I'll probably do some small adjustments aesthetically from that in that way as well. So that's probably the sort of way to go about it. Templar, if you're asking about on the Discord, we've got a few channels for people to show off their creations. One of them is meant to be just for workshop things. So it's conveniently called Workshop Creations. But you can post anything, any creations you make in the other channel. Vox, the reason I don't want to do that is creative open worlds rapidly devolve into a giant mess of people just spawning in random stuff and things exploding. Yeah, Eisen, it's the quickest way for me to recharge. If I've got the power kits on me, I can just quickly recharge and I don't have to worry, because this is a survival world, so that I would be able to make sure this thing actually works. And speaking of that, it's a good reminder. We want one of these. And we want some of those. And that way the batteries will get fully charged. That the guy? No, I don't have a bit button because I am not a Twitch affiliate. So you can just sit back and chill. And we get to just enjoy. Don't have to worry about that stuff.
Fuel critical.
What am I going to do with this bit? I kind of feel like maybe that's the way to go. Kind of want to put that there. Doesn't really work with what I've used on the rest of it. How does that look? Oh, that's terrible. That doesn't work at all. Let's just go full blocks. Or... oh, no. That. And then I can have just one bit there and one bit there. She's a flying brick, but I think she's got some interest to her. Kind of looks... I'm kind of imagining an animal with its front paws tucked in under itself as it's sitting on the as it's lying on the ground. Oh yeah, thank you. Downward thrusters. Where am I going to put them? I could really do this a very simple way. Why am I making that more complicated than it needs to be? All I got to do is this. Or I could really upset people and do this, because that'll make me happy. Yeah. Black and white blobs? You're wanting this to be a cow? A dairy cow? suppose that's better than the suggestion I'd likely get from Capac, which would be use the glamour skin. Whoops. No red body, black blobs make it a ladybug. Yeah, that's tempting. Making a ladybug is kind of tempting. It is a fat little bug. This thing's... I kind of like how this has turned out, though. From the outside, surprisingly. I was expecting it to be kind of horrible, but I'm pleased. Let's have some light. Now, what am I going to do with this armor at the back here? Spawn them in as a swarm. I guess you could. Oh, I need beds, don't I? I should have beds in here because this would be like someone like I'm imagining like an independent hauler. This is their truck. This is where they sleep. This is where they eat. This is their home as well as the place they work. Should be a horrible life, but well, for some, I suppose some would like it. I really want to do this. Even though that's a lot of wasted space, I kind of
Fuel critical.
want it. So we've got a roof and we've got a divider. So how did the mission go? We're really sorry, sir. We ran into a swarm of ladybugs. It did not go well. What can we do with this? It's so hard needing a floor. I mean, I could put another armory block in there, but that feels like a bit over the top. You could put... It's really up to you guys whether you want to do oxygen systems and survival kits and all that sort of stuff into the build. My kind of feeling is I'm going to try to, and I'm hoping to fit a lot of that on this side. But it's nowhere near necessary. Really, just kind of build as you would build it so that it feels right, even if you really think about it, isn't right. There are lots of ways people build this sort of stuff that if you look at it, you're like, well, that doesn't work. That's clearly not right. But it's only when you really, really take a closer look that you realize those things. Otherwise, you're like, oh, this feels fine. There's no worries there. I kind of do want to put an armory down. Maybe a kitchen. I think I'm going to have to get rid of this beacon. I need a floor that I can actually work with. So let's get rid of you as well. Let's put down a floor. And just so I don't forget, I'm going to pop one of them in there. I do? I don't think I do. I put one there. I thought I got rid of the other one. I'm pretty sure I did. Oh yeah, you could cram the beacon in up there. It doesn't that's another thing. Oh, that was another thing I was thinking about. So, how do you guys feel about the fact that every single ship in all of these mods advertises its location very, very loudly? Because it kind of feels weird to me. I kind of think that it's might be nice to have stuff just fly overhead and you don't know what it is until you get close. So I'm somewhat tempted with all of these things, even the ones that have antenna and have beacons, to put it relatively short, to put it like 2.5 Ks. So you might even miss them altogether. So it's really, if you're paying attention to the sky, you really do have to watch the sky to know what's going to happen. Maybe I'll make this a one-person thing. Put a bed there. Put a lockers there. Then I just need something else that's going to cover up that wall. Could just use catwalk so that I can still get past. Don't really need an onboard store. I think there is. I think there is a way you can modify the beacon range, as Vox was saying. It's not something I've really tried, though. Have you tried it, Vox? Because I know you've done a little bit of fiddling around with making MES spawns and that sort of thing. So I'm not sure if it does. Maybe I'll just put another locker down to hide the thruster. Then we need a kitchen.
Fuel critical.
Will my next single-player world be more planetary or space? Well, I'm hoping it will be a good mix between the two. One thing that I know for certain is my next single-player world is going to be fairly heavily modded. In the sense that I've even been making some of my own modifications for Space Engineers specifically for the next series. So one of the mods I've been working on is a kind of an adjustment thing. So a rebalancing, I suppose, is the term I'm looking for. A rebalancing of Space Engineers to make it more difficult, to make certain tasks more important and other tasks less important. One of the things I've done, which some people think is a little crazy, and that person might be right, but Wasted was saying that maybe I shouldn't do one thing which I've done, which is increase the oxygen consumption of the engineer, as well as dramatically reducing the amount of oxygen you get from ice. My idea behind that is, one of the things I find in Space Engineers is as soon as you find a deposit of ice, you never need to think about oxygen again. No matter where in the game you're at, you don't need to worry. You can always get enough oxygen to get by. The only way that you'll run into troubles is if you burn that ice as hydrogen. So what if you've got to think about oxygen supplies? Well, that means you might actually use the oxygen farm. You might actually use vents on planets like the alien planet to collect oxygen so you've got enough oxygen. And things like that become important, and also it's really inconvenient to work outside of a pressurized space because you run out of oxygen quickly. So you'll want to pressurize all of your bases so that you can safely work inside and not have to deal with that faff and annoyance of having to constantly refill your oxygen supplies. And because I'm planning it to be another edited series, I don't need to worry quite so much about how slow stuff can be, because I'll edit out a lot of the stuff. So as long as it's interesting enough for me to play, the rest doesn't actually matter. Eisen, I was thinking a door, but you know what? I can't really put a door in there without it all getting a bit weird. So I'm going to go with no door. But what I might do... Oh, maybe the kitchen did work there. Oh, that doesn't work. No, that doesn't work either. Thanks, Fox. Yeah, I did know that there was the beacon text thing, but I wouldn't have been surprised if there was more, because Lucas is incredibly thorough with what he adds to configuration files. Yeah, Sergeant Seuss, you are right. A lot of survival games do make managing the things like oxygen and stuff like that really tedious. But in Space Engineers, because we have the option of pressurizing large environments, having oxygen being a problem really isn't that big a problem, because what it forces me to do is change how I play the game. So instead of always operating with my jetpack able to fly around wherever I like, instead, what I'll have to do is work in a pressurized hangar, build inside. So what I'll want to do is engineer myself a solution to the problem. And that's what I really like. That's what really excites me, is the possibility of forcing myself to engineer my way around an issue.
Fuel.
Oh, that's right. I was going to do oxygen systems here. So that's kind of where I come from in that, is that, yeah, it could be really frustrating. Yeah, Vox, you're absolutely right. There is a very thin line between immersive and tedious, because we want games to be fun, not real life. But it is one of those things you got to kind of balance. The beauty for me, again, being single player and being pre-recorded, is that if a recording does take a long time, I'm just going to change up the mod so that I can do more. That's true, Sergeant Seuss, but I'm as guilty as the next person of frequently taking the easy way out when I've got it available to me. And so I do like to force my hand and get rid of the easy option. I like to make it so that I don't get that choice. And yeah, Dak Comstar, I am very much Australian. Don't like that. Not that. Fair point, Eisen. Kitchen's in front of vents. And yep, I have a Twitch. I barely use it though. I'm very much YouTube focused because it's just a hassle sometimes dealing with Twitch as well. So I want to fit in here a vent. I want to fit a kitchen. I want to fit like an eating nook sort of thing. And I'm not coming up with ideas that I'm loving about how to do it. Oh, definitely not that. Yeah, so Twitch is strange that way. It's to be honest, Twitch's discovery algorithm or mechanisms are abysmal. They're terrible. To be discovered on Twitch by people who might actually enjoy your content is incredibly tough. And to the people who've grown viewership on here, oh, my hat goes off to them because that's tough. Okay, we are airtight, I believe. Let's test. If I grab an oxygen tank and pop a vent on here. Seems to be working. Though I don't seem to be losing. No, it's not. Yellow. We have a leak. Wonder if there's a leak with these stairs. Or is the O2H2 generator not airtight? Because I'm pretty sure timer blocks are. That is... Okay, this room... I've never actually used the leak finder in Build Vision. I suppose I could. Oh wait, am I not airtight somewhere in here?
Fuel critical.
I have an idea. That's not going to work though. I reckon it's the O2H2 generator. Here, you thinking, Pav? Where the glass meets the catwalk? Or are you meaning this bit of glass here against the stair? Because would not be surprised. I really don't know where the problem is. Yeah. I reckon the same thing, Mad Dog. Alright, let's try Build Vision. I have never used it, but I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to it. Do-do-do. So one of the reasons I don't stream a lot is my day job, so to speak, is rostered in completely unpredictable fashion. So I don't have any predictable times I can stream.
Fuel
So I tend not to use it too much. Okay, people, how on earth do I use build vision? Oh, great. My Google Home just overheard me and started jabbering about something. I wish it had stopped talking. There's clearly a leak. Button for leak detection. I am not seeing. Wait, which did I do? I wasn't really paying that close of attention. What did I do? You guys were watching. Did I do both versions of build vision instead of build info? I did both versions of build vision. I'm a dope. Wait, am I not subscribed to build info? Could have sworn I was. Do. I'm really surprised I'm not. Screen gunk be gone is pretty much what it says. It gets rid of the vignette effect and it gets rid of the gunk on your visor. So I like it because it gets rid of a lot of the stuff that just makes your videos look a bit murky. Particularly the chromatic aberration that is done on the outer edges of the screen. I'm not a big fan of that. Yeah, Vox, I'm not a fan of build info in general, but in terms of leak detection, it's great. Hey, Big O, how's it going? Yeah.
Fuel critical.
What? Oh. The thruster isn't airtight. Drat. Oh, did I just break things because I didn't turn that off before deleting it? Is that bad? I said stop. How am I going to do this then? Maybe we go with... We do have the gyro in there. Probably only needs one gyro. This ship's pretty small. We go with another battery in there. And... Sergeant Seuss, I've actually got a tutorial on how to add ships to the modular encounter spawner, but I am going to be making a new one. Lucas and I have talked about doing another more complete series, and it's something that I do intend to work on. It's just finding time between a few other projects that I am struggling with at the moment. Yeah. Maybe if I go and put the vent on top, it'll still work. Oh, yep. So we were right. It was also this. That means we need to go and change that up to a full pane of glass. How quickly does it update and fix? Because surely that's not a gap anymore. Oh? Oh? It's airtight! Haha! Maybe? Or has it just stopped doing it? But it says it's green. It's green. Green is good. Area is sealed. Sweet. Okay, we're airtight. That's good. Now I can just design within the limitations of what I've built here. Cute. Okay. Spitzy is happy. Time to design a kitchen with a little bit of a couch and a table. And then this ship's just needs a paint job and some lighting. Thanks, Shadow Knight. Oh, Shadow of Night, I should say. Yeah. Apparently my eyes are getting a bit tired. Have a good night, man. Or lady. I do have a bad habit of using man, mate, guys interchangeably and non-gender specifically. This has 2 large cargo containers, but I doubt you could fill them because it doesn't have that many thrusters. This is not... Dang you, Eisen! Why are you being all logical and explaining why this ship doesn't work? I suppose I could put... You know what? He does have a point. That's the annoying bit of it. If he didn't have a point, it wouldn't be so frustrating. Now, I know this would be a very annoying connector to use, but I'm putting it there anyway. Because I didn't want 2 sticking out the back here. I didn't want to do this thing. Although now that I've done it, I don't hate it. Eisen, I'm not genuinely upset. I'm quite okay with you pointing that out. I'm pleased. I'm disturbingly pleased. If I can just get this kitchen to work, I'll be ecstatic. Big ult. So this cargo ship is going to be for modular encounter spawner mod. So I'm not going to use any subgrids anywhere on it, because the moment I start adding subgrids, it tends to not play super nice with modular encounters. So yeah, for this particular instance, it's something I'm not going to do. I really want to put the kitchen in here. Eisen, I'm planning on interior turrets on this. So I'll put a few of them around. But I could, if I wanted to, potentially modify this top section and get a large turret on each side at the back here. If I wanted to make it a bit more heavily defended, or I could make two different versions. No, Eisen, I'm absolutely... I know you're messing with me, except I know how bad I am at remembering stuff like that. So I'm very happy to be reminded. I did actually have some thoughts on it for once, though. I wonder if this is going to work. This will look terrible. Do I go with an empty... Maybe... Man, I love the chairless desks. Maybe this could work. Maybe I'll do it the other way around, so the chairs are on the thing, not the kitchen. Yeah, that's true, Vox. Using the sensor trick to turn off inertial dampeners is often a nice little brutal way of making people have to hurry. That's not horrible.
Fuel critical.
Yeah, maybe I should replace these panes of glass with catwalk. What do you guys reckon? Quick vote. Catwalk or glass? I think I might have been overreaching by putting glass there. Alright, glass it is. There hasn't been a single vote for catwalk. I guess everyone's like me and doesn't really like the catwalkers unless they have to use them. Yeah, you're right, Big Ol. A real man does wear a kilt while sitting on a chair over glass. Or... Oh... Yep, that's the reason. That's the real reason you'll never want to take over this ship, is because you know the pilot's wearing a kilt. Right. Can I do anything else nice in here? Do I need to? No worries, Vox. I'm happy to oblige with that mental image. Did I lose air tightness? Yes, I did. What, really? That doesn't... Oh, man. Is that really not airtight if I do that? Or have I got the door... Got the door open. Yeah, it probably is the only freedom that the pilot gets, Pav. At least that feels a bit better, like that. Well, our batteries are fully charged, that's nice. Ugh, no. Not doing that. I kind of want the kitchen against the wall, but I know these walls go straight out to outside. I'm going to change this up again. I'm going to try one more thing. I'm going to go back to the kitchen over here. Oh yeah, with all the decoration, how's the PCU count looking? Oh, look at that. Maybe I should have set the PCU lower for this. Maybe I should have said 2,000 for everyone.
Fuel critical.
Though I thought giving people a bit more flexibility than that would be nice. And if you're wondering what the heck I'm talking about, I set a challenge on the Discord server for people to design ships similar to what I'm doing right now. Maybe I'll just go with... that. And we won't have a couch. Oh yeah, turrets do consume a lot of PCU. Do I like this better than the old way? The first way I did it? Probably. How does that go for your immersion? There you go, there's a couch in their little sleeping area.
Fuel critical.
And some nice little greenery. Oh! That's what I need to add to this thing. So change build coding, yes. Just realized another mod that I need to add to this world so that I can paint stuff easier. More easily. Need the paint gun! Yeah, no TV, Eisen. No room. They've got the beautiful vistas of space and whatever planet they're over to... Well, whatever planet they're on to look at. Yeah, it's for people who read. Or people who watch stuff on a tablet.
Fuel critical.
Okay. So now we need paint and light. Cool. I mean, I could put a TV screen up there. Or technically I could put one up there for the couch, but that feels really weird. Doesn't feel like a way that it should be. Oh. The desks don't have
Fuel
inventory.
critical.
Huh. What shall we put in the data pad? Submissions for names. I will write that up afterwards. I'll paint it while you guys have a bit of a think of what should be on the data pad that's in that pilot seat. Because then you'll know exactly which build it was when you have a look and you find that in the seat. Oh, yep. Ladybug's life. Yep, good option. I'm definitely going to use the standard armor plate for this because this thing should have had a decently hard life. Colors wise, sure, let's go red and grey. We'll go grey because black often ends up being just a bit too much. More neon pink. Don't know about that one. Yeah. That's right, it's survival. I need to spawn the tool as well. Paint gun, where are you? Okay, perfect. So Eisen's got the title down and Vox has the contents. I now have to write that. Let me just get some paint first while I'm remembering that I'm doing it. And we're making this the Ladybug. Yeah. Don't reject me, doors. That's rude. A Ladybug's life. Wait, can I just copy paste this? I think I can. Yeah! Brilliant. Love it. I hope, I really, really, really hope that that stays and is kept, including the text on the data pad in prefabs, because that would be all kinds of amazing. I could put it on an LCD, but it's kind of... I like the... Oops. I like the fun of having to find it in the thing in there. Maybe I can paint that one. Yeah. Man, I love this thing. This paint gun is just the best survival mod for use in creative building. Oh yeah, Pav, we did forget to check whether the projector tables keep their projections. Does anyone, like Vox, have you used projector tables on any of your stuff for modular encounters? Hey, Klinghorn. I am building a cargo ship for a cargo ship mod that I'm planning on making for modular encounters. So I've put up a bit of a challenge on the Discord about it as well, so people can make their own designs and we can hopefully get a good collection going of stuff to put together to have a bunch of smaller cargo ships, because there are so many big ones on the workshop that I wanted to come up with something that was a bit more, had a bit more variety to it and a bit more going on, so that you could have lots of smaller ships flying around rather than just a few big ones that tank your performance. Oh yeah, so if projectors work for that Vox, where they work for the self-repair projectors on MEOS grids, since the table is just a projector, it should work, you're right. Do I want to make them lighter grey? I kind of do, but maybe not that light. I have a bit more variety in the stuff, in the colouring on this. Get a bit more depth going on. Yeah, I'm reasonably happy with this. I think that needs to be red though. And the connectors. And then I might go with that. I always find that I like to do one colour and then a variety of different greys for the way it works. Oh, dang it, Gum, I think you're right. Having... Alright, I'm just going to upset everyone who has OCD then. Oh, I can't do it, it looks ridiculous. Oh, that'd really upset people with OCD. Maybe it looks better horizontal. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I will dare. I didn't really like the full connector block in there. I liked having the tube. I feel like it's a nice bit of variety. A nice bit of detailing that's would otherwise be not otherwise not be there.
Fuel critical.
Oh. Yeah, that's better. Oh. Yeah. Nice thought, Eisen. I don't know if we're thinking the same thing, but... Yeah. Now that's some asymmetry I can get behind. Yeah. I like it. Also, did you guys notice which side I put the cockpit on without even thinking about it? Oh, yes. I like it. I'm always going to do things like that. Always. Of course, Big O. A man of culture, I see, if you're calling it the correct side. Now, did those deserve reddening? Probably not. But maybe we could... Oops. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this now. We need some lights. So, we need nighttime. Lights off. Corner lights, interior lights. Probably should have the lights on while I place the blocks down. Let's go with... Yeah. So let's start down here. Ooh. Ooh. That's a problem. I don't have anywhere to put the light. What can I do about that? Oh, it's definitely going to be able to fly severed limbs. No question. This thing's actually surprisingly light because I haven't got a refinery, I haven't got assemblers, I haven't got any of that sort of stuff. What do I do? Yeah, it can fall with style, Elmir. Oh, hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. There we go. Solution. I'm going to check if it's still airtight. Yep, it's still good. Sweet. I think this is going to have to just go out to 10.
Fuel
unfortunately.
critical.
Yeah, the toilet's pretty dark and dingy in here. But it's not too bad.
Fuel critical.
It's workable. Ah. So Pascal, that is Build Vision. Build Vision 2 is the one you specifically want to get. You need to have the Text HUD API and the Build Vision mod installed for this to work, and then you can control click on blocks to get their option up. And it is so incredibly useful for lighting and especially building anything with rotors or pistons. Just being able to directly interact with the block that you are looking at saves an incredibly large amount of time. Also, maybe I go... Okay, we got creepy lighting in there now, but that's all working. Let's just do that light down the back before I forget that I placed it. Yeah. I am building a small cargo ship for use as an NPC in with modular encounters. And I think for long... Ooh. Oh, that's right. You can't do it that way. Rats. I was thinking I would like to do the corner light double on both sides at this level, but you can't actually place them that way. Where do I want to put the light? I mean, I know the obvious place is right here. I'm not sure I want to go with the obvious. Looks like I have to. Yeah, there is a mod for that, but I am making this vanilla. You can override the beacon light? I want to anyway. I think I know what you mean now. Yeah. No sprinkles, no chocolate, no strawberry. Though now I want a strawberry milkshake. Radius. Alright. There's enough interior lighting in here that you won't feel like it's all dark and dingy and horrible. I do need to decide if I'm happy with the way that looks though. I think that looks better. Did that change the outside though? No. Outside's still happy. Good, 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 good. So now I need a few more exterior lights, but I'm also... Oh, I'll go back to light because we need some turrets. So if I put one there, because I don't want this thing to be too tough. This is meant to be a relatively easy one. So we'll just put one turret there, one turret on either side there.
Fuel critical.
And maybe I'll put one on each side here. So there's reasonable anti-personnel coverage, but an interior turret on the inside. What is this? That's a bit strange. I suppose I could put one up here. Though, I mean, it's such a small space, it feels weird to put it in there. I think I might leave... I think I'm going to leave this one... Ooh. Just had a thought. I think I might make two versions of this with almost the exact same design, except one difference is some of them have the turrets on the inside, some of them don't. No, Big Ol, I wasn't going to, because the turrets are providing most of the firepower this thing even has. I think I'll just leave them shooting everything, even though they're pretty useless at it. Alright, 5 556. Let's go with 40. Not 410, 40. MES can fill Vox, doesn't it? It doesn't always do it though. I think you can set it to. I just haven't done that yet, so I tend to still manually do stuff because I haven't figured out how to use that stuff bit properly. I probably should get around to learning and stop just brute forcing my way through stuff. I am really happy with this little thing. Does need more lights on the outside. But I'm stoked with how this has turned out. What is going on there? Yeah, from the front, if you come from too low, you will get shot at by these turrets on either side. If you come from too high, you'll get shot at by this one on the roof. But you should have an angle, if you're really careful, where you might be safe to come in at it. But that's okay. I think it's fine to have some blind spots. Plus, as I was saying before, I can make variants of these things, and I can make a variant that has a turret mounted on each side of the front here. I could mount one on those bits. So I kind of like the idea of having multiple variants of each type of ship, so that we've got even more variety without having to do a whole lot of extra designing. Which I know is like uber lazy, but still. I'm not going to pop a spotlight on it, Eisen. Largely because I don't know where. Because I don't think there's anywhere I'd be happy with it. I mean, you could do this with spotlights. Where is it? You could put them there. In fact, I sort of like that. I will probably, for all of these ships though, have their lights off. Just for those times when you're running out of number of lights in your world and it causes flickering and stuff. Yeah, they're also a power issue, I guess.
Fuel critical.
She's done. Yeah. Cool. I think I might try and do a few more streams like this as designing stuff. Ladybug. Okay. Maybe I will increase the range on those lights. I was thinking I might leave them, but maybe I will increase their range a bit. Set the beacon to Ladybug. Sure. Sure. Oh wait, I should actually be giving, since I'm going to make variants on this, I need to give it a more useful name. Ladybug 01. Ah, yeah, thanks, Vox. I think you are correct that I will need to do that. Yeah, she's looking interesting enough in the dark. Maybe another light in here could be good though. Oh, actually that's a better spot. Now we'll have to check the PCU because I've added all these lights. Info. PCU 2598. That is not too shabby. That means there's room for this thing to get those upgrades I was talking about, like extending out the front here and building an extra version like that. Yeah, it's got quite a few turrets as it turns out. 5 interior turrets. And 1 large turret. Yeah. Alright. Time to cut her loose after I hit save. Look at that. Worked a treat. I'm gonna land it. Ooh. Handles like a bistro. Actually, that's what I can do.
Critical.
I can put a connector on the thingy over here and hook this up. I can also make it daylight. So I'll hook up to that connector and park there because that'll prevent us from running out of power. Yeah, an hour of power is not great, is it? I might need to up the battery count a little. So one of the things I want to do for all of the atmospheric ships for this mod is make sure none of them have reactors. Yeah. I could like just cover this ceiling with batteries. Yeah, I could do hydrogen engines, but then you have to have the ice weight as well on board, which may be a bit much. I appear to have lost... Wait, is my door open? Yes. Oh no, still got air tightness. Excellent. Alright, let's get another light in here. good thought on the battery placement. That's a fair point, Big Ol. Maybe the next one I try and design should have some hydrogen tanks on it for providing power. I mean, I'll make a few variants of this and then do some power-based ones. Yeah, yeah, fair enough, Eisen. It was kind of bugging me too, to be honest. Alright, so we've got Ladybug variant 1. Oh. Really, with the puns? Oh, how did I miss that? Alright, this variant. Let's get inside. Let's change this back up to the other style. Yeah, we'll do that, and we'll do this. Can we do that? Not that. That? Is that a good spot? That'll be very visible as you walk. Oh. Oh, the glass is there. Dang. I thought that right there would be such a cheeky spot. But we can't. Looks like these two options are kind of my only two with that light where it is. Hum. Hum 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 hum. Oh, hang on. There was something I wanted to do. That. And I want to do it in both. While I get distracted from my gun placement. Yeah. Evening, Salty Seppo. What to do with the gun placement? So we need a gun at the front on at least one of these variants, or something that can cover the lower front, the front lower approach. Maybe I could do something like this. Oh, that looks horrible.
Fuel critical.
That and that, and we'll get rid of... Do we lose those two? Yeah, we'll lose those two. Under the Windows bit, which Windows bit do you mean, Big Ol? Do you mean putting something back here? Or do you mean putting something on this section? Because these are all half blocks. Yeah, because they're half blocks, I can't do anything on any of them. But I don't hate squaring that up, because I could could do this to make it fit. This one's just got a more of a square visage. Ooh. I can do this. There we go. That looks better. And that way we've got guns on the front of this one, and that's our variant number 2. I probably won't do too many variants. Maybe at most 3 would be enough. Because it is one of those things that I like to do with these mods to create a bit of variety and a bit of unpredictability to what you're going to face when you come into something. It's really nice having Lucas's mod to replace weapons, so you don't know what weapons are on, but sometimes, particularly for builds like this, where there's really only one weapon that's even mounted on a cargo port, the weapons you end up with can be a little bit odd. Still fun, but a little bit odd. So yeah. That's pretty... I'm pretty happy with that. What was the... there was some other variant I was talking about, other than the bigger one. The bigger one I think I'll do as a total separate... I'll class it as a whole separate thing. But I think there was a third... In this layout I was... Oops. Wipe up... New-ish on Twitch, I guess. I've had this account for Twitch for ages. I just never use it. You're right, Big Ol. It is probably not compatible with any overpowered Krieg-style weapon mod, because that's just asking for all kinds of hell. Oh, I didn't put ammo in the turrets that I added on the other one. Oops, too many. Yeah. There. Alright, what were the 2 I added? These 2 front ones. Yeah. Alright, so that's one little change to this one. The turrets are a bit further out, which means you'll have a slightly tougher time finding that angle from the front. But I think what I could do with this one is... I'm so tempted just to put a whole... put like a one on either side underneath, but they'd kind of be very bad shoes for it.
Fuel critical.
Oh. Better idea than having them here. If I put them on the front thruster, so if I put them up... Oh. Oh. Yes. Yes. That works better. Yeah, it would be nice if Krieg went the same way that Lucas does with his stuff of making it have a config file that you can modify to control what's going to spawn for you. So you get to choose. He does go overboard with style. I will certainly give him that. I just love how keen he is to just jump in and do anything at the drop of a hat. Okay, so we've got slightly lower death there. No death there. A little bit higher here. And then probably... That's got a nice cover from the rear. Got under turrets. This third one's probably the best covered. Info 03. Cool. Anyone got any other suggestions of something to change up this last one? Because I don't know what else I might do to make it a bit differently. Oh. That's an easy change. Suppose you could do a military refit. Have one that's properly bristling. But what I was thinking I would do is switch the connector to the other side. Have one of them that's got it on the... that's flipped. Yeah. Surprise! You're dead. Morning, pilot guy. I don't have any booby traps on these yet. I have 2 timer blocks, so there's some capacity for some booby traps. No spawn point in any of them. Pav. Oh.
Fuel critical.
But, alright, given the very limited space, most booby traps aren't really going to be able to be hidden. I could probably throw a warhead on this thing, but that might be about it. The other option would be to use a sensor and, well, basically just make the gyroscopes go crazy. Or use a sensor to turn off or to turn on thrust to override. Klingon, because of these being for the MES spawner, I don't want to do anything with subgrids. Lucas has got some things with subgrids working, but they always seem to be the ones that break first if anything's going to break, unfortunately. So I won't be using any pistons or any rotors. But... ooh. Alright. Okay, do an internal refit of the last one. So, yeah, that's what I'll do. Medical fit out on this one. So this one is not so much a hauler as it's going to be a refit one. Alrighty. So, we got horrible red beds. No. We're going to go with white. Oops. Kit. Good thought. Take the center wall out for more beds. I think I need to leave the... Oh, actually, no. I can take that third one out as well. Yeah. Yeah. So the Capac spawner is not a special block. It's a script that makes any medbay capable of doing that. I know you're joking about that one, Eisen. Another row with a ladder. Who uses ladders? Since when did we ever demand Keenmaker's ladders? That's a good point. Tex is a very avid ladder... Oh, that's not right. Ladder user. That also feels upside down. Okay, so I can fit a survival kit, but I don't think I can put a proper med bay in here. What I feel like I want to do though is this. Oop. Something like that. Then we've got our little ward here.
Fuel critical.
I do love the table decos. Because you can just add little bits like that, like somewhere where they could put paperwork for each of the patients. You can put more paperwork down this end, that sort of stuff. They're a nice little touch to add some good detail. Yep, Captain Perseus, I agree. The DLC bed, just as a window block, so almost like a passageway block, but just with that window, so that you've got some outside little windows to view the outside of your ship with. It would be really cool. One time I'll remember to close the door first. It's looking good. Air tightness is good. Any other suggestions of how I can make this look more medically? I can probably do clean on the inside. Does anyone know how to do the skin change? Shift right mouse, grab color and skin. Shift P, color and skin picking mode. Huh. Thank you. Oh, it even cleans up the tables. Cool. What's my PCU at now? Oh, it's not too different. That's good. Alright, we need some lights. Yeah, some sort of variants on the table that have stuff on the tables would be something I'd enjoy, I think. No! No! Ah! Dang it! Oh. I have to repaint it all because I stuffed it up. Let's start with the outside. Roll with it. Do you know what? I'm tempted to make this one red and white instead of red and black. Or more white on it anyway. Yeah, it'll advertise exactly which variant this is from a great distance, but... yeah. Then go white, 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 white. Aim at block or player. Yeah, medical ships should advertise themselves. I don't think that's worked particularly great for, sadly, some time now, in terms of keeping you safer.
Fuel critical.
That's probably enough extra change, though. Oh, I need to paint those bits. I'm not really sure... oh, no, that's going to have to be that way. Not really sure where I would paint a cross on this. There's no... because I very deliberately tend to avoid making large flat areas of armor. Something like that. I don't know if there's a cross in the vanilla LCD graphics. Let's have a look. Why can't I? What? Why can't I adjust what's on the screen of the survival kit? That's weird. I thought you could. Alright, fine then. I'll have to make a new LCD. If you're going to make life difficult for me. Text and images. What have we got? Offline, online, arrow, cross. I think that's the... yeah, that's that cross. Widescreen grid store, charts, SC here, coins, single coin, SC logo, blueprint. Do I leave the cross? Do I use it? And then put else... no, I think I'll leave it be. Probably could do it with text, but I think we'll just leave it as is. Also, I know someone told me this at the start, and I'm annoyed that I didn't realize it until after I deleted everything, but unfortunately now both of the one... I got rid of the one with the differently designed interior, but I'm not too disappointed by that. I didn't really like the other one. It's a pity you can't rotate images on LCDs like that. Well, cool. I'm pretty chuffed with these. Thanks for everyone's help. It is getting a bit late though, so I'm going to call it a night. And I might try and do some little random streams like this in the future. Yeah, chuck it on a rotor. That'll work, big ol'. That didn't blow anything up when I last tried it. Oh yeah. That's true, Perseus. I could quite easily turn this to ion. Very good point. Maybe we can do that next time. Well, I'll see all of you guys later. Have a great day or night wherever you are.